us and Chioke have come together to write this book that's sort of designed to inspire young people about entrepreneurship. And this is really interesting because I think the fundamental about building a business is to become an apprentice somewhere. I think all too quickly, many young people like to think that they just come out of school and start their business. Yes, there are certain things you can do like that. You come in and maybe you're good at baking cakes and you decide to bake cakes and sell them through your Instagram account. That's fine. But it can take you only so far. But when you take your time to learn, to study in a large corporate organization and understand structure, processes, procedure, emotional intelligence, how to manage difficult situations, how to accept a no, how to actually tell no to someone, and you do all the complex dynamics of, conflict of interest, that teaches you quite a whole lot more, that you come away from that experience having just the real fundamentals of how to set up your own business. And some of these board bracket firms can make you work, like I said, 80 hours a week. If you can work for somebody for 80 hours a week, you learn how to work for yourself. And I tell you, if you're working for yourself 80 hours a week, you'll be very, very successful at it. And that's really part of the experience of these two young men that wrote this book, Chioke and Oswald, because they've paid their dues. They've started out and slugged it out in the best firms, even globally. And I think what I'd say about Chioke is the ability to use a first meeting. Whatever he's seeking, he's always well prepared for that meeting. Even if he doesn't have all the facts on the deal, he has enough to be able to make what I call your 15 minutes of fame. Make a good pitch, show what you can do, what the value is for the client, how you can get them to that point where they're extremely delighted, and the rest, the rest is really up to them. And it's almost similar to my first meeting with him in New York when he was a young sales assistant in that store. It was what I call, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. He made such a strong first impression that I was willing to give him a chance to come in and intern at Goldman Sachs. You can imagine that. And I've been able to parlay that and leverage the enterprise, the resourcefulness, the initiative, the commitment, the focus. And now that I've written a book, he's now put one ahead of me because people have been telling me it's about time you write a book, this is inspiring. This is something that every young man or woman who aspires to be an entrepreneur should read. Let's read this book because you learn a lot about how to position yourself in the future. Great job, guys. Well done. Congratulations again.